Hi, I'm Kwame, and I'll be recording today.
Hi, my name is Angel Thomas.
Hi, my name is Sam.
Hi, my name is Brianna.
Hi, my name is Rasha.
Valerie Holder.
Hi, my name is Naisha Allen.
Hi, I'm Elisha Rushing.
Hi, thank you everybody for coming out today. I appreciate it. I know you guys are busy at work. My name is Dakisha Jones. I am here to talk to you guys about the importance of taking your antibiotics to completion. How many times have you gone to your doctor's office because you weren't feeling well and you walk out the doctor's office with a prescription written in what it seems to be a foreign language? Well, this foreign language is usually your antibiotic for your bug or your problem that you went to the doctor's office for. So you get home, you take your antibiotics for a couple of days, and you miraculously start feeling better. So what do you do then? Most people stop taking their antibiotics. Well, I'm here to inform you today the harms of not taking your antibiotics to completion. Today I'll be telling you the importance of taking your prescribed antibiotics. There are three main reasons that you should take your antibiotics to completion. The number one reason is prevention of the relapse of your original condition. Number two is prevention of your primary problem that you went to the doctor for converting over to a secondary infection. And the third, and maybe the most important reason, is prevention of superbugs. The purpose of my speech here today is to use these three reasons to show you the importance of taking your antibiotics to completion. So let's go over the first reason. The first reason that I spoke of was preventing the relapse of your disease. So once you take your antibiotics, you take a couple of days and you start feeling better. Most people sit the bottle down and they forget to take their medication. But what's happening in your body is that not all the bacteria was killed with those 2 rounds of medications. You suppress it enough where you start feeling better, but the bug still is there. So let's say a week later, those same bugs that didn't get killed off by you not taking your antibiotic to completions rages and replicates again, and then you're once again sick. So let's say you have strep throat. Well, you felt better at day 2 of taking your antibiotics, you stopped taking them, and then 2 weeks after the fact, your throat is itching again, you go back to your doctor and your strep throat wasn't fully resolved. So now let's talk about the secondary issue of why you should take your antibiotics to completion. We're talking about your primary disease turning into your secondary disease. The American Medical Association speaks of this on a lot of manners, talking about gonorrhea changing to pelvic inflammatory disease. Some people will go to their primary doctor, their urologist, or their obstetrician to seek treatment for STDs such as gonorrhea and chlamydia. Same thing happens. They'll get a 10-day regimen of medications. They'll stop taking the medication around day 3 when they no longer have symptoms, but the disease is not suppressed. So 2 months, 3 months later, you're back, you're in the emergency room with severe abdominal pain, and you find out you have pelvic inflammatory disease. And pelvic inflammatory disease is a secondary disease to gonorrhea and or chlamydia. And if pelvic inflammatory disease goes untreated for so long, it can result in sterility. Strep throat is another disease that can migrate from a primary disease process to a secondary disease process. You go to your doctor. The American Pediatrics Association speaks of this very highly regarding children. You take your children to their pediatrician. They get on antibiotics for their strep throat. A few days pass. The mother, father, or even the child forgets to take their medication or stops taking their medication because they feel better. And 4 to 5 days later, they develop these red blotches all over their body, go to the emergency room because they have a high fever and these red blotches, and they now have scarlet fever as a secondary to having a primary strep throat that was undertreated. And let's talk about the most important reason that we should take our antibiotics for completion. Not just what can happen in our bodies, but what we do to other people in the community. And that is, we want to prevent superbugs. And what I mean by superbugs, the CDC states superbugs as 2 mainly, as MRSA, which is methicillin resistant Staph aureus, and also VRSA, which is vancomycin resistant Staph aureus. This happens when people have a disease process or a condition or some type of bacteria, staph in these cases, that goes undertreated. You pass it on along to somebody else. The disease remembers the medication that it receives, it puts it in its DNA, and now these diseases are smarter. That's why they're called superbugs. So when you pass it along to someone else, a loved one, just someone in the community, and they try to seek treatment that is a standard treatment such as methicillin or vancomycin for this bug is now resistant. And now we're not affecting ourselves, we're affecting our whole community. So, in conclusion, I hope that we've learned the importance of taking antibiotics to their completion as they were prescribed by our providers. The three main reasons were prevention of the relapse of your condition. The second reason was to prevent the migration from a primary disease process to a secondary disease process. And the third and most important reason is the prevention of superbugs. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I hope you learned something about taking your antibiotics. Thank you so very much.